Hello there, guys. It's Calabar Talk Show with Dave. My guest today is a man that is quite popular for his activism on Facebook, a father, a small and medium scale business owner. I have today Tom Alims. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Dave. Thank
My
you.
pleasure, sir.
My pleasure too.
Although I've introduced you, but let our viewers still get to meet you a little bit.
Okay. Um, my name is Tom Alims for short. Like you said, I'm a father of two beautiful kids. One marked his birthday
Yesterday,
yesterday,
yeah,
four,
I saw that. I
and
saw that.
Gracious is marking her birthday today, 6 months. And so I am a business owner. I run Tom Alims Enterprises, where we do printing and publishing as our main business. We also have the TA Paper House. We have my errand boy delivery services, and we have TA Foods, where we do sales and processing of local, stone-free local rice. We have the fish farms. We also do purchase and delivery of local foods for clients who are in various cities and all of that. These are just the few things I do.
That's a lot of businesses, and trust me, you don't you don't do such businesses without actually getting to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the reason why you're on the show. So
Thank
let's
you.
talk small scale business.
Okay.
Um, almost every WhatsApp status has people advertising one thing or the other.
Yeah.
Almost every Facebook page has someone advertising one thing or the other. And for me personally, I'll call those things small scale business.
Yeah.
But even the persons advertising these products or service don't know they are rendering small scale business.
Yeah.
So, what's the small scale business?
Okay. For short, small scale business is any kind of enterprise that has a few number of employees, and the turnover for the year is also not very, very much. For
Okay.
short,
Mm.
many people mistake small scale business. Well, let me just say elaborately, small scale business does not just end at those kind of businesses we do on WhatsApp status, on Facebook status, and all of that. It encompasses a whole lot. There are several businesses, categories of businesses that also fall into small and medium scale enterprises. Then when you go into looking at them individually, you can now differentiate them from this category to this category. This is where they fall. From this category to this category, where this is where they fall. So let's quickly just do that. Now, when you say small and medium scale enterprises, we're talking about businesses that does not have too many employees. They have limited number of employees and limited turnover at the end of the year. So
Okay.
if we want to scale it down now to pinpoint where most of these businesses they fall into, we would say some businesses are micro businesses, some are small businesses, some are medium
Scale
businesses. That's what makes up the SMEs. That's the small and medium scale enterprises. So when you talk about businesses that have between 0 to 9 employees, those are micro businesses. So for all of us who fall in those category of doing businesses on WhatsApp status, on Facebook status, without any big office somewhere that we have employees
Yes.
that resume to work every day and all of that, we fall in the category of micro businesses. Our turnover is looked at between anything from 0 naira to like maybe 500K at the end of the year, or some say it's between 0 naira to like 5 million naira at the end of the year. That turnover classifies you in micro.
From micro to 5 million, micro.
Some, when you're looking at that, when you're looking at that, if not on a normal, I think it's 500K. 500K turnover at the end of the year. Yes, because I was looking at some researches and I saw that disparity. It wasn't very clear. Yes. Then small businesses are the ones that have between 10 to like 49 employees and doing a turnover of about that 5 million.
Okay.
Between let's say whatever amount they can start with to about 5 million naira, that falls under small. Then medium is from 50 employees to like over 100 employees and that. And then you do between 5 million naira to about 50 million naira or so. And then medium is the large. For me, I would say they are large businesses, because if you have over 50 staff up to 100 and you're doing between 100 million to 500 million, That's a large business. And then those
No.
are the various categories of businesses that you can classify as small, medium enterprises. So looking at what we do, I think we'll bring it into
Yeah.
micro business, because
Yeah.
that is where we
Yeah.
all fall.
I'm embarrassed to say my business is micro
No,
business.
your business is you shouldn't be embarrassed. We are going somewhere. You start from somewhere and then you drive elsewhere.
Okay. A lot of persons dive into businesses these days because, as we have all been told, even undergraduates and even NYC corps members have been told that, don't ignore your paper though certificate, as you know, as it's called, but learn a skill which eventually leads you to business.
That's right.
Yeah. So everybody wants to dive into business. So how does one knows if he or she can manage and run a business?
Okay. I would answer this question very practically using
Okay.
myself as a case study. You know, before one thinks of going into business, you don't just wake up one day and say, I want to go and do business. So somehow you may not really know if someone has the ability to manage a business or the ability to
Okay.
do a business until the person actually tells you convincingly why he or she wants to go into the business. Are you going out there to solve a problem? Are you going out there to meet a need? Are you going out there to create a solution to maybe something that is of their importance and needing solution? You know, there must be something that is wanting to make you do business. It's as practical as that. So not everyone can do business. So if you're not a problem solver, if you're not one who's out to create product or services that can meet needs of people, you know, that can maybe make situation better, you may not be able to succeed in business. Practically, that is just it. So one may not really be able to tell if someone is able to manage a business or not until you're able to know what is actually driving this person. Like myself, I started business quite early. I started business quite young, very, very young. I think I started business since way back when I was in school.
What kind?
What kind? Printing.
Oh, really?
But before printing, I had dabbled into a couple of things. I had sold newspapers in the town of Ogoja. I had sold newspapers. I had, it's so funny. I had done a whole lot of things. Truly, little things to just see that I make ends meet, because I'm not the kind of person that is dependent on people. I feel very embarrassed to walk up to anyone to beg for something. It's difficult for me. I could be sitting here and I don't have anything but to reach out to someone and beg for something. Man, it's difficult. I
That's
would
al-
rather,
that's also bad though.
yes, I would
It's
rather
bad.
think of what to do that will help me get something of my own. And so that was what inspired me to even think of going into selling newspapers. I
Okay.
think of, people who had products, I will reach out to get your product and look for ways to market them for you. Before I even dabbled into doing printing, that was around 2008 that I started doing printing. I was still in school then. So while in school, I was also doing printing, rendering services to my friends, rendering services to lecturers in school, rendering printing services to associations in school that needed to print almanac, that needed to print one thing or the other. Before I went into publishing books too for clients, and grew on from there. So when I was doing youth service, I was still doing printing. When I finished youth service and got opportunity to work in the financial institution, I was still doing printing until today. I am still doing
The
printing
printing.
and then diverted into several other things. What inspired me to go into printing? It was because I was in a town where I saw people doing printing, yes, but I saw the disappointment in the faces of most clients, where I saw printers never meeting the expectations of the clients. They are either delivering poor quality of work, or they are delivering shortage in the quantity that is expected of them to deliver, and all of those. I was asking myself, is it possible that someone can do this thing and meet the needs of these people 100%? You deliver quality, you deliver the exact quantity that they need, and even top up. Somehow those things inspired me, because I saw during book launches, I'll go to book launch of my friends and they will be dragging with the publishers. On the day of the book launch, the book is not there. Or few copies. You expected that they will bring you 1,000 copies, they are bringing 500 copies and telling you that please just finish the book launch. We will see how we would get the other. These were practical things that happened. I was part of those things. And all of those inspired me to see how I could proffer solution to this kind of challenge. That's what led me into business. So, for everybody who wants to do business, you will start thinking of this too. Are you coming in to solve a problem? Are you coming in to proffer a solution to an existing problem? Are you coming in to create something that is different? Are you coming in to meet the needs of people around a given location and all of that? So, for me, that is it. That's what should inspire someone to go into business.
An average Nigerian and Crossivarian thinks about business and where I just want to go and make a whole lot of money without. Nobody thinks about solutions to a problem or a certain area or prime spot.
Yeah.
How do I make plenty money?
Yeah.
That's all they care about. So when I down here, first of all, find a problem and solve it. When you have value, they will now chase you. And when they chase you for that value, you now collect money in return. It's that simple.
Absolutely.
It's that simple. That's the reason why a woman that does akara in a street inside Atimbo can be making more sales than restaurants or Marian. Because that akara get need in the morning and she wakes up that early as 5 to solve that problem of that hunger in that morning.
That's right.
So it's that simple.
That's right.
Yeah, it's that simple.
That's right.
So most times you hear, although we have a lot of problems of I don't have money, I don't have capital, but oftentimes you hear, what business should I do? I've had young ladies asking me that several times. So how does one get to choose a business?
Okay. When one asks what business should I do, I tend to return the question back to such persons. What can you do?
Oh yeah?
Because it's not just about what business can I do. I could tell you several businesses you can do, but if you don't have passion in those things and you don't have any skill or any ability in those things, you can't do anything. So the question goes back to the person, what can you do? What are you passionate about? What is it that you've seen that interests you that you can go into? So these are the kind of questions that one should ask. One should also be able to answer the question of that, even if you are given opportunity to do something that you will not earn from it, what is that one thing that you can do that even if money is not what is the motivating factor, you will comfortably do it? That is an avenue to discover the kind of business that you can go into too. Because you may fail, but that passion can keep you going. That zeal that you have in that thing, being that money is not the driving factor, can keep you going, and then you will meet your success. So it boils down to the person, the individual person. If the person is a skillful person, you can start up a business in the line of your skill.
Okay.
If the person has acquired any training in any area that is of importance and relevance to the people within the scope of the person could apply that training into a business. You could start something in line with that training that you have that can meet needs of people in that area where you find yourself. Your training can help you solve problems of some persons in that area. So it all boils back to what is inside of you and not just what is outside. Because if you can't deal with what is inside and you want to put your hands on things that are outside, you will not succeed. So what can you do? If given a particular amount of money, what can you do? There are several businesses. There are several businesses. There are several needs of people to be met and all of that. But not everyone can dive into any kind of business. So it boils back to your ability, your capability, that which is in you that you can give out effortlessly and make success out of it.
You know, there's this saying that when you're doing what you love, you won't work for a day.
That's right.
A lot of times you get, especially from our young ladies, I need capital. I need capital. But trust me, even in my little knowledge about businesses, capital is not the major ingredient for a business.
That's right.
It's part of it, but it's not. So what other things are as vital as capital that we tend to ignore and focus solely on capital in trying to get into business?
Okay. The human capital is the predominant factor for the success of any business.
Oh yeah?
The human capital. That's the person,
Yes.
not really about the
Yeah,
financial
finances.
capital. We have seen businesses that started very glamorously with all the glory, and it didn't take 1, 2, 3 years, they were gone. So it's not all about the capital. For me, I even believe that people could do several businesses without capital. Let me take, for instance, let me make it very practical.
Okay.
Why I say the human capital is the most important ingredient, not even the physical capital to start. I have been doing several businesses without any capital. Several businesses. Let me be very practical. In December 2021, I sold stone-free local rice. In 3 weeks, in December 2021, I sold local rice worth over 2 million naira from my residence in Ogoja, in Ambekwara, where I was staying, and Calabar. I sold rice worth over 2 million. Did I have any capital to do the rice business? Absolutely no. I didn't. I leveraged on my human capital, the trust that people have in me, the trust that people have in my brand and my person to do those businesses. What I simply did was go to the mill, process rice, or even met people who were processing rice, took pictures of the rice they were processing, dropped it on my timeline that I can deliver stone-free local rice. Place your order. 5 kg is this amount, 10 kg is this amount, 20 kg, 25 kg is this amount, and 50 kg is this amount. Others started coming in. And you know what? People pay up front. I need 5 bags of 5 kg. How much is it? I tell you the total, you pay. If you don't want to pay all, I tell you the percentage you can pay. Most times I'll tell you to pay 70%. Because you trust me, you pay 70%.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I know that with 70%, I can finish processing the rice and deliver to you and take my profit. The balance I'm taking from you most times will be my profit.
Oh,
You
yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So it's as simple as that. That was exactly the strategy I applied. I didn't have any capital to go and process rice in large quantity and stock anywhere in any store that I have rice. People should come to the store and buy. Most times you never sell as much as you sell online.
Yes.
So my pictures were very practical. I am in the mill, I am taking pictures, I'm posting, I'm doing videos, how processing is going on. As I'm dropping those things, people are seeing and ordering 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, and before you know, in 3 weeks, I sold stone-free local rice worth over 2 million naira to several clients within Cross River State and outside of Cross River State. I didn't have any capital. I am doing printing business also. I would not tell you that I have any capital that I'm using to do printing business. You want to do a production, you reach out to me, I tell you how much it is, you understand?
Yeah.
You pay, and I get materials, I do your work for you, I deliver, and I take my. So, I know that there are other businesses that you need physical capital to go, maybe purchase items and come and keep. But in the age where we are now, it's to use your head. Those same businesses, you can do them comfortably without even stocking anything. It's all about knowing what to do and knowing how to apply the knowledge that you have, leveraging on the various platforms that we have currently to do business, especially online. So the physical capital, people should talk it down a little and focus on the human capital. So that if you are very, very equipped and skilled in doing business, you should be able to leverage on whatever amount of money you have, or even if you don't have it at all, to do business and succeed sincerely.
The reason why Emeka in Calabar and Ugo in Lagos work together is because when Emeka in Calabar tells Ugo in Lagos that send me this spare parts
That's right.
to Calabar, and Ugo sends it, Emeka in Calabar eventually keeps his promise by paying.
Yes.
Most of the guys in Bedwell run that business based on what he's just saying.
That's right.
They don't have capital per se. They collect things on credit, sell, take their profit, and send the money to the owners of those parts. So, rule number one, integrity.
That's right.
Integrity.
That's right.
So, Tom, we have lots of persons. I think I would say even 80% of persons don't find a business plan necessary. And the way we are moving now, almost everything you see every federal government doing, you hear
Business plan.
you get business plan, you hear CAC, you hear this. So What is the importance of a business plan?
Um, it, sincerely, the business plan is very important for any small business, being that it gives you a roadmap. It helps you to see into the future of the
Mhm.
business from now. So it gives you opportunity to structure everything that you would want your business to look like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now. You have all of those documents that you can easily make reference to, and it becomes a guide. It serves as a guide so that you don't deviate, you know, you don't fall apart, on the line of doing the business. So the business plan is very, very important. But truly, I would say that majority of those who are in
They have
business,
business
they
plans.
don't
Have
have
business
business plan,
plans.
but they are succeeding. So as important as a business plan is, let the business plan not hold you down from living your dream of becoming a business person.
Mm.
If you can, I know why. It's not as if most of these people don't want to have this business plan, but it's that most people don't even know how to go about putting a business plan together,
Mm.
and then when they meet consultants who decide to charge them, some consultants are so
Yeah, yeah,
exorbitant and all
yeah.
of that,
That's
and the
true.
people just decide that instead of giving the consultant this money, let me put it in the business and just get going, and then they do it blindly, and then some crash. It's in avoiding those crashes that the business plan becomes very, very important, because when you crash land, you will now come back to the consultant to help you
Yeah.
restructure the business to go normal. So the business plan is very important for any small and mid-scale enterprise, be it online, be it offline, wherever you're doing the business plan is very important. If you don't know how to go about it, you can leverage on the online resources that are available. Google is our friend. You can use Google to search. There are several templates of business plan for almost any kind of business that you want to do. It's all about having the patience to sit down and study the business plan, the template that you may have downloaded. Study it and then follow along with it. It helps, because if you want a grant for your business, if you want to apply for loan, if you want to maybe any of these federal government opportunities that turn up at every point in time, the first thing they request of you is your business plan. So it's very, very important. But beyond having that, still go ahead and do your business. You could also be doing the business while you structure the business plan. It also helps.
Yeah.
While you're on it, you structure the business plan and integrate it to what you're doing, and you also flow on successfully. So, in line with doing the business plan, the registration with CAC is also very important.
Mm.
No matter how small the business you're doing is, it's better to have that CAC registration than not having at all. It's better to have than not having at all, because being registered and recognized gives people the confidence to do business with
With
you,
you.
being that you're recognized by the government.
Talking about CSC, that leads us into the legal aspects of owning a business. We tend to ignore it a whole lot in Nigeria. We don't care about what I'm about to do, what might come out of this, what did the law say I should do when it comes to this and all that. So let's talk a little bit about generally the legal aspect of owning a business.
Okay. The legal aspect of owning a business, I'll call it simply my business and the law, the do's
Yeah,
and the don'ts.
yeah,
There are several things that we ignore that backfires at the end of the day, and that's
yes.
one, not doing business the legal way. And doing business the legal way begins with first registering. So, to just say this as professional as it should be, before you go into business, consult a lawyer, because
Yes.
there's business law. The lawyer should be able to guide you. Almost every one of us, we have friends who are lawyers. Don't be afraid to approach them. They will charge you legal fees, but they will not cut your neck. Seriously, they know you're a small and mid-scale enterprise.
Yeah,
They will not cut your
those
neck.
guys can charge you.
No, they will not cut your neck. That's why I'm saying meet your friends. No matter what, you appreciate them for what they are doing for you, but they will not overcharge you. Truly, more especially when they recognize that you're a small business.
Mhm.
Just ask your lawyers to guide you. What should you do as a small business owner that would conform with the law?
Mhm.
So it's very important. I may not be able to delve so much with that, because I am not a lawyer per se, but I know that all my businesses are registered. That's where
Okay.
it begins. So even if you don't want to consult a lawyer, begin with registering your business. When you do the formal registration with CAC should be able to give you the guide on several other things that you need to do. When you register with CAC, also important that you register with government agencies around your area of business. Also, go for your registration with the Federal Inland Revenue Service so that they can capture you to pay your tax that's
Yeah.
due to the
Yes.
government,
Yes.
and then your individual tax too, where you get your TIN number. So these are very important. These are some things that you need to do to guide your business legally. If there are local government agencies that you need to maybe meet for one or two permissions in the line of business that you're doing, you meet them and get approval. All those things they help so that you don't run into trouble with anyone, with government agencies and all of that. So these are just some of the things that you can do.
As you are doing that, from my little my experience and knowledge, I know that there's always a window period from when you start a business
Yeah,
until when you start paying for a lot of things.
yeah.
So don't let anyone to tax you to start paying from the day
You
you open
just,
the shop.
yeah, that's right.
It's not correct.
Very,
That's
very
why
true.
you need to see a lawyer.
Very true. Very
So the
true.
most important thing in a business is having value, getting customers and retaining
Yeah.
customers. So let's talk about customer relationship.
Okay. Customer relationship is key to any business survival. Um, this is one aspect of me too that I don't always put out in the public. I'm a certified customer relationship professional.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So customer relationship is one area that I have passion for. So um, I a couple of times facilitate trainings on customer relationship for some small and mid-scale enterprises. So customer relationship is the life wire for
Yeah.
any establishment, because the purpose for establishing an organization is for customers to come in. And how you relate with these customers will determine if they would be coming in or they would stay out. If they stay out, your business is gone. But if they come in, as often as they come in, your business will thrive. So customer relationship is very, very essential for any business. The perception that people have about you, your organization, even before they come in to do business with you, is key. So it begins with you as an individual, your employees, your products, your services, all ought to be top notch. Being that you're competing with several other brands that may be doing business in that line of business that you are in. So customer relationship is what distinguishes you and other persons. Why customer A should walk into your company to do business with you
Yeah.
rather than going to customer B boils down to customer relationship. Because if customer A walks into your business environment and is not treated right, trust me, like 80% of his or her friends will know that he or she walked into customer A to company A, and this was how they treated him or her. Very bad. That one remark alone, that one testimonial alone is enough to run your business out. But if the
Hmm.
customer comes and is treated right and goes out, the person will be able to refer you to other persons. If the person meets good products, the person meets good services, the person meets courteous staff, how they related with the person very, very well and made the person feel at home doing business with them, the person will go out and speak about you. Those kind of recommendations are even more powerful than any advertisement you do anywhere, because word of mouth is still one of the best way to advertise, and it deals on how you relate with the customer that walks in. So in the course of doing this, it helps you to keep customers. If you treat your customers right, you're sure that they will always come back. They'll do business with you today, they'll do business with you tomorrow, they'll tell other people to come do business with you because they're treated right the first time they walked into your business facility.
I will always take word of mouth and referrals anytime, any day, above any other kind of advert. Word of mouth and referrals, they go a long way. On a business canvas, we have what we call key partners. And when I see the Igbos, the only persons that actually practicalize key partnership in business are the Igbos. The man here and the man here in the next shop.
Yeah,
When he doesn't have something, he goes here to go and get it.
that's
But
right.
we, crossivarians, the next person that tries to open what you sell next to you becomes your
Becomes
enemy.
that's very true.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tom Alims and it's Calabar Talk Show with Dave. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow me on Calabar Talk Show with Dave. We hope to see you guys soon with the topic, what it takes to be a man. Thanks for coming, brother.
Thank you so very
Thank you.
much, Jay. You're doing